And good morning. It's your friendly neighborhood Tironan, and today we're looking at the LA-9. Now, the LA-9 was a direct descendant of the LA-7 and was known as the LA-130. It was a all-metal aircraft. Um, all the wood had been removed, which allowed additional fuel to be carried, allowed it to carry four 20-millimeter cannons. Gave it a considerable upgrade in speed. As you can see, this aircraft is all but fully upgraded. We have the 423 millimeter cannon. We have the engine upgrades. We are waiting to get more experience in the aircraft before we purchase this. And there are no upgrades. That being said, we'll get some all right, so we have just got this aircraft. I had a lot of free experience, and apparently I've got lots more from buying all those aircraft all this time, which allows me to make small contributions of cash and get large amounts of experience from my previous flying experience. So please don't get the idea I'm buying my way out of anything. I'm just redeeming some experience here. Okay, so what about the aircraft? Well, its turning circle is rather tight. For comparison, the best I've seen is around 8 seconds for a turn time. The firepower should be substantial. Take a look at that for a second. Yeah, you're going to come in right at 440 damage per second. That being said, you're going to have the standard overheating problem without even looking at this. For the upgrades that I would recommend, I would go with the control surface adjustments, the lightweight airframe, and aircraft polish. Now, I don't want to spend that kind of money on this at this point. I have lots of other aircraft to upgrade, and most of them are just waiting for silver. So I'm converting from tier 7 to tier 8 on a lot of lines at the moment, and as a content provider, that is part of the issue that you run across. You want to cover every line, which means you have to cover every expense, right? So I do not have a community creation account. This is my aircraft, and it's all coming out of my pocket, so please understand. Okay, so we have not flown this aircraft before. This aircraft actually went into production in 1946, and of course was a substitute. It was replaced by jet aircraft later, though we'd have to check some on that. There may have been LA-11, for all I know, that was a propeller aircraft. I have simply not checked yet. And we'll have to wait out the time. I have no idea how this aircraft flies. It looks to be a good aircraft. We'll see. I spent 1 minute in the cockpit of this thing, so it's going to be as much a surprise to me as you. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope we have some success here, but we'll have to see. Now, when it comes to altitude, this thing is right around 4,500 feet, if I remember correctly. And as it sits, it's not going to be very competitive with jets, so be aware of that. We were kind of a turn and burn fighter.
You are approaching the front line. Off we go.
In a jet age, unfortunately. And you're going to see a lot of it. Now my job here is to make sure that these aircraft do not interfere with our taking the base. And speaking of jet aircraft, one just flew right by. First kill. Now we're about 1,000 feet over its comfort range, but it seems to be handling pretty well. I'm going to follow our pilots in and try to protect them and kill ground attack aircraft. He knows I do not go right after his tail. He's got a hell of a stinger in that thing. May not be able to avoid it, but by God, I'm not going to put myself into it for more than I have to. So we'll go vertical. And gotta admit, I really love this aircraft. Alright, now we have an IL-20. Use our consumable there, get our engine back. Try to stay on this guy's beam as long as you can. Get out of the way. Come back around. And do another beam attack. Come in from underneath him. And he's done.
Good job, pilot. Now we control the plant.
All right. I don't care about that airfield very much, but I very much care about keeping this mining base. And I probably sound like a broken record, but the mining base actually gives you quite a bit of... I simply cannot reach out through this aircraft. And slowly approaching an RB-17 is just dumb. And it's a great way to get killed. Okay. I'd say I was under attack from another aircraft, and sure enough we are. First fighter duel. XP-72 is an interesting aircraft. It was a prototype and a successful prototype. At the time that it came in, they got a double major Wasp engine. Well, surprise, surprise. ME-262 boom and zoomed me. And if I hadn't been turning as viciously as I was turning, he would have killed me. And they got me anyway.
Receiving reports about rapidly deteriorating weather conditions. Support will be unable to reach you. Do you read me? Over. They've almost got us.
All right.
We cannot support you any longer. The storm is too heavy. Do you copy? Over. Turn back. The enemy forces
Okay.
strong.
This is an excellent aircraft. Well capable of doing what it's supposed to do. Excellent on the turn. Excellent in gun power. It's not a world beater. It'd be successful at tier 8 to the degree that you want to, but it's certainly no guarantee of a success here. We shot this aircraft. I did 6,148 damage to aerial targets in a fairly short battle. Got to get some good experience here. We'll throw out the summary. Got some good silver. Got some good experience. And though you didn't know it, the pilot is only at 90% and has gone to 92 in one battle. This is excellent. This is a good aircraft. It will do better with the upgrades. This is an aircraft that fairly screams for aircraft polish and for control surfaces and for a lightweight airframe. That would be the build that I would go for. Of course, if you disagree, mention it. Heck, if I get enough silver in, may even try them out and put them in. Again, this is a couple of things. We are upgrading aircraft right and left. It's going to be a bit of a grind. You're going to see aircraft more than you normally would. I'll try to make them entertaining, but it's just one guy grinding away. I don't have a team behind me grinding aircraft and I'm doing the announcing or something. It's just me, myself, and I as a solo venture doing this. So it's a matter of how much time I can put in, how much effort, and how successful I am as to how fast the aircraft come out. So that's just part of the process. But there we go. Remember to like the video if you do like the video, and please, I consider subscribing. I need more subscribers. I need you very much. Thank you humbly for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.